This week is the perfect week to try out the Spike Paragon, which got buffed this update. Elite Lich is the current boss as I am recording this, and this week's leaderboard is just a timed week, which is generally not my favorite, but I actually really like their restrictions they did for this one. Take a look. 5 monkeys max across every single tower, so gone are the days, or at least this week. There is no need to fill up the entire map in farms or whatnot, only as much as you can place 5 of each. Any heroes allowed, we're obviously going to do Geraldo. It's also Ancient Portal. As usual, not much to show in the early game, so we're skipping to round 28. The TLDR is I got a bank while these 3 defended. Normally I'd sell this after round 30, but I'm going to try something different. Instead, buy IMF loan now before I even get the first cash out. That way, when I deposit into it, I have 8,200, and I think this is the perfect number to get 12.5 by the exact time I can get the 10k cash out. Narrator, the timing was not perfect. Turns out I don't have the IMF ability as of this round. What am I doing, bro? Back to a round before then, round 27. I think if I sell 1 round earlier, then the timing is much better. Okay, this run was really sloppy, like, lives-wise, but whatever. There's the perfect timing. If I had to wait 1 more round for IMF loan, that would throw everything off balance. And I didn't like that. Now, as usual, time for the big suck. Get 10k, boom boom. I end up selling literally everything for the Bloon trap, but this is fine. Now, get a farm back. I need to get Geraldo by the end of this round too. By doing Geraldo last round, I can spend an account pot too. Give camo to the trap so it makes money from camos too, while popping them. Farming is pretty standard from here. Marketplace is into ideally a lead to gold next round, but I kind of messed up. I think in hindsight, I should have put the NG where Geraldo is, because right now if I place an Alk in range here, well, it's going to be like after the trap, so there's no balloons for it to roll to gold. If I put it up here though, then simply put, I just make a lot less income. So I guess screw the rubber to gold. We'll just buy range on this to get a 4th farm, I believe can fit here. Not my best display of early game farming, but it's passable. Now, before the next round starts, I already know what I'm doing for tier 1, and yes, it is a Spike Factory strategy. What annoys me even more is if I put it here, then I don't think I can get much sellback from my eventual Carpet of Spike, so it has to be here outside of the village range, so rip a little bit of money because no discount. But damn, it's $7,000, okay. I'll see how quickly I can make that. If not, I need to sell 1 marketplace to get ahead of the curve. Actually, maybe not, maybe not. The more I think about it, I actually don't think I need to cool off. I will do it anyway. But I just realized that it might not be necessary. Just because when you buy the Carpet of Spike upgrade, you already get an instant Carpet of Spike. There's no point for me to activate 2 at a time. In a perfect world, there should be close to an insta-kill for each partition of Elite Lich, or rather, between each skull. I think if I do the selling in this order, sell this too, and I have... yeah, I'm way overkill. I think because I have excess cash, let me see if I can get away with a bit of greed here. Like, keep some farms, and just get what's necessary to do each phase cleanly. So I'm gonna Sharpening Stone, get an Embroiderment for +1 damage too. And I just sell 1 of these, and yeah, plenty of money to spare. Let me show you what I mean. Each skull is only, what's 30 divided by 8? Well, it did the math for me. 3.7. As you can see, Carpet of Spikes easily did 3.7k damage. Unfortunately, it appears that between skull 1 and 2, I think I need to activate a Spike Storm. Okay, take 2. This time I had a bit extra cash, so I think I'm just going to add an 032 Spike Factory. That'll help a wee bit, but I need to use this Spike now, because, as you see, there was a gap there. Ideally, I also would have liked to have my normal carpet not have so much range up top here. Otherwise, there's a lot of wasted spikes. There's a bit of a gap there. Well, if it works, it works. I don't mind if it's like 3 seconds too slow, which looks to be the case right now. I'll take... this took overall 54 seconds. I'm not sure what the time for a perfect kill is, but that was probably off by like 15 seconds. Either way, I'm happy enough with that run. It's good enough for me. So now let's sell these 2. I can't get a third flavored, so I'll sell this now. And sell this. Sell these two, and yeah, we still have 64k to work with, even after spending all that money tier 1. After some tinkering, we have enough to just barely afford overclock and BRF. Let's go. Oh crap, there's Moab. That was not my bingo card. Panic? Mauler? Please let me afford it. Okay, I need to replace the trap down here to catch the insides. That I forgot existed. Like, that lich spawns that. I guess I have to keep that Mauler around or have some sort of mob damage. Ideally an 032 Spike, but I don't know if I can afford that right now when I barely have enough defense as is. Okay, like, apparently there was a second F mob this round, so thankfully I kept my my Mauler. Oh, am I not? Come on. I replaced the traps like 10 rounds ago, but it's still not moving them. I had to drop that in a state of panic, but whatever. I think 44 does not have any more mobs though, so I'm gonna use that opportunity to sell it, and then we'll get back a Spike Factory whenever that time comes. For now, but try to get that rubber to gold. Not the most ideal spot though, as you can see. Oh crap, there's another Moab. Okay, I was wrong. Being wrong is not fun. Oh my god, this is so scuffed. This is so scuffed. I hate this. Because I don't want to keep moving them back and forth, or the traps back and forth, I think I will just sell this round to get the Spike. Thankfully, it's a lot more bearable now that I've got a solid foundation of defense down. So, you know the drill from here. It's 4 central markets into Banana Central. With there being only 5 farms, I'm gonna cap out pretty quickly, or rather, I guess I'm gonna have to spend 3 of them on all tier 5s, and then just 2 BRFs, it's that simple. Needless to say, we'll probably cap out in max farming pretty quickly. Probably gonna have to squeeze some more juice out by, I don't know, doing stuff like Sun Temples or other time-based money options like the Marine. I digress though, there's no I have used up every single spot around the Monkeyopolis here. So I can't even fit another balloon trap if I needed to. Which would have been very useful because 2 is cutting it real tight. I think 1 more round and we can get the central then. Not bad. Also, I found a godlike trap placement. This trap placement where these 2 land, catch both on the way around. We just made $30,000 that round. Pretty good. And now we can sell this, this, and this. And easy. Now, forget what I said earlier about needing all tier 5 farms, because that's only after this tier. Right now, I'm still focused on making as much money as possible. These farms are temporary, and they're going to be sold probably the round before tier 2 spawns in, so I have time to prep. Oh, and just like that, I'm also out of engineers. That's 5. So it's actually a good thing I didn't get another balloon trap, because that would have meant one less overclock BRF, which I'm pretty sure makes more money than just the extra defense a third trap would provide. Good call there. Now I'm truly capped. Once again, thank you Tarot Cap for keeping things simple, because it would have taken so much extra time to figure out how to fill in the other 75% of Ancient Portal here. This year is a support Sun Temple with 25k of support sacrifice, so 20% off discounts. And we're gonna use every single sub, all 5 on first strikes. That's not all I want to get though, but I think the other things don't really require an ability, or I guess to be safe. Let's build a Rocket Storm 2 to be turned into possibly a Madden, maybe a Glue Strike. Play the round. I'm gonna try to get some squeeze out of the farms here too, so I'm not selling the BRF just yet. I'm gonna milk as much as I can, probably sell now. 1, 2, 3, there. And is that all the abilities I want to get, or is there something else I want to do? Nope, I think that's about as good as things get, so let us sell this now. Goodbye. It low-key kind of feels like a waste to not spend all this extra cash that I have, so I guess we'll also add Tax Zone and all of that. I always forgot to do this for tier 1, but Abyss Dweller or Abyss Warrior probably would have been better for Corporate Spikes as opposed to the Embrittlement. Oh well. Minus a couple seconds, but no biggie. Cripple Mob now too, and we'll sell off a couple more things over here. The reason for selling Overclock, by the way, is because Lich can actually steal the starter round bonus that the Cleansing Foam gets, so I'm instead just gonna pre-buy a couple of these over here that I'm gonna need, you know, once I get my farms back to get a tiny bit of a head start. I believe I am now done yapping, so let's get it. 2 first strikes gets 1 skull pretty closely, as you see, so I'm just gonna use 2 per. Spam them. 1, 2. Cool. Oh, I used all of them. Crap. Okay, refresh now. Use another 2. So these basically insta-kill each skull there. Oh crap, also, did I lose time? I might have lost time from the chain Moabs. You've got to be shitting me. Anyway, we'll now use our mad ability. Couple spike storms for the last part. And final stretch. 1 more. Blue strike. And last skull. This one, yeah, this last skull took a little bit longer than usual. But that's now a 152 after tier 2. About the same as tier 1, I think. I think it was 54 seconds for tier 1, so this was 58. Suck it up, and now let's actually get all tier 5 farms. Oh my god, I'm also an idiot. I was supposed to buy carpet spikes for tier 2 too, but in, like, having all those towers on screen, I completely forgot to buy the upgrade, because I wanted to do the same thing I did tier 1, aka wait to buy it to get the extra carpet spike. It's whatever. It's whatever, I say, begrudgingly. I think I can also just barely afford a B Central with all that. Sheesh. This back too. By the way, the farms must be tucked in the corner, otherwise, if it's too close to tier 3 and tier 4 Lich, it will take their buffs away. Also, I guess the cool thing about Temple is that I can use it for just defense. I'll still get rubber gold because there's a lot of money to be made this round. But this is good. I think the support temple is strong enough that I don't have to buy mob damage, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see. F mobs should be a good test. Ultra boost now. It kind of struggles, but as long as it doesn't take too long that we incur a penalty, it's fine. This actually works in a favor because after the farms, again, I have to go back to money-based stuff, so I'll probably do Chinooks and Snipers. The way things are going, I think I will have capped my farming within the next 5 rounds here. Before that, let me see if I can do a bit more squeeze. Let me buy Monkeynomics now, use one of the Reju potions to get the 10k loan immediately, and also get a free extra Ultra Boost stack on my B Central while I'm at it. Okay, scratch like in 5 rounds, because I forgot that, yes, I need to get 4 more temples too. That's another, what is it, 24k per round? Once I get all those up. This doesn't reach, so I'm gonna have to double dip. Oh, right, I'm out of villages too, right? Oh, right, only 1 left. Okay, I gotta think strategically, like, about where to place these, because I need multiple temples under a singular monkey city. Otherwise, it's not efficient. So let me place this next temple much closer. So number 2. Number 3 probably has to be over here. Temple number 4 over here. And temple number 5 out of 5. So what else am I missing at this point? I guess I didn't do druid farming, but is it really worth it if there's only 5 in range? I think it's still worth. In fact, it's more than worth. It's like better than Chinook and sniper farming, but even I think at only 5, but whatever. And now with all this on the screen, 5 of pretty much every farming tower, I think it's safe to say we are done. Out of curiosity, how much do we make on round 76 here? It might be inaccurate because, you know, we have money-based stuff that we made 0 from, but you see, we went from 0 to 101k, so even excluding all money-making or time-based income, it's still 100k base from the temples plus farms. I'm just gonna prep this much before the start of tier 3. It's very similar to tier 2. Mad, Blue Strike, Spikes, and Sup, but I'm gonna add a Paragon after this round, but thankfully I don't have to do it a round in advance because it's not ability-based, so we'll just make as much as we can this round, and hope I don't have to sell too many farms to, again, afford everything that I need. 387. I think I probably gotta sell a couple farms, because even though I'm gonna go for the cheapest Paragon, aka Dark Paragon, this is going to use up most of my money, because I want to keep this around for, ideally, the rest of the game. I think I would like it to be degree 40, but with a 5 monkey cap, this actually hurts, I guess, getting Paragon degrees, because now you can only get 1 or 2 extra in the tier category. Normally I want to spam like 20 of a monkey, but you cannot do that here. And so now you've got to make that up by using Cash Slider, and I'm pretty sure if I use 141k, that's not enough, is it? Or am I wrong? Wow. 39, end my life. That choice of words was probably a little overdramatic, but okay, given that I need more money, let's sell that Trade Empire, and let's do 152. But even after this, I still need to spend money, again, on, like, buying Carver Spikes, buying some other stuff, too. I want to get eventual Ace Paragon by the end, obviously, so I think it makes a lot of sense to go for Flying Fortress. Okay, there's enough for that, but there's not enough for Mad, but screw it. Let's just skip the Mad. I think it'll be marginal difference anyway with the Paragon. Ideally doing, like, by far the most amount of damage. The thing is, it takes time to ramp up the balls, though. Let's not waste any more time, though. Play. And we'll use our first strikes now. See how quick that first skull was? That's the power of them snowballs for ya. Dart Monkey snowballs for the win. The only issue is you see, like, at the beginning of each skull, because there's no... It stops attacking. This is when the ramp up is the weakest, and so... I guess there's not much I can do about that, other than... you know, using first strikes for them. So let's use a Rejuve now. Spam the 4 first strikes on Lich. Some of them end up landing on the balloons. That was not ideal. 5 Spike Storms now. More of this. I gotta try to make money while I'm here too. Okay, last Rejuve now. I think things are looking a lot better. 4. Nice. Having the first strikes gives us a bit of a head start. This skull here is really bad. Unlucky. Unlucky. Last one. Okay, I got enough money now, so we'll just blow up with the Mad. And that's gonna be sub 3 by the end of this? Yeah, 258. We were at 152, right? Okay, so this tier took about a minute and 6, right? Yeah, a minute and 6. So each year has been progressively longer and longer, but not by much. And now let's use all that excess cash we got on Paragon Totems. 1 each round. I can easily afford 26k per round. It wasn't my intention to wait 2 hours or however many video minutes to get to the actual changes to the Spike Paragon. When I mentioned I got buffed at the start, simply put, they kind of reverted what they did in before Update 51, where they nerfed its in-skill damage, but this update, they brought it back. As you can see, the Giant Mind Spike, don't worry about that. That's just a switch from, that's a equivalent DPS overall. But most notably, the Mini Spike damage to mobs is doubled. And the Mini Spikes are what matters when it comes to any bosses, because the main spikes always expire due to how bosses work. So now I feel like the Spike Paragon should be much better in scaling. If I had the money in tier 3, I definitely would have done it. I'm gonna bet the top scorers all use that. Oh yeah, another small change. They decreased the cost of the triple MF. It's 750k instead of 800. Probably doesn't make a difference because of all this, because I have so much money anyway, but it is a welcome change. That is all. So I need to buy the Spike Paragon on round 96 to get the most amount of, like, active spikes during the round, which means I think I'll have 16 Paragon Totems. My aim is degree 40. Let me just try. So it's actually only 15 totems. Let's see. If no Cash Slider, how close are we to 40? Oh, perfect. Perfectly executed. Now we can save all of that excess 500k on, well, the other Paragons. There's a 4 Paragon limit, so I'll have to add 1 more after the Ace, I think. This is a reminder to all you gamers out there that you should take a break if you've been playing for too long. I say this because I just realized that I went a whole 2 hours straight. I know, rookie numbers. But a whole 2 hours without looking away from my screen at any point during this run so far, up until about now. I was just glued to my seat, locked in the whole time, which isn't ideal. I should have taken a break before then. Now my back hurts, my whole body aches because I'm old. That was a joke, or I guess a half joke, because I kind of meant it. I didn't feel so hot. But I feel so much more refreshed now, and that's a good thing. As you can see, I'm definitely not playing around this tier. I mean serious business. I'm not sure how many, because of the lifespan, or rather, yeah, the lifespan of the mini spikes. I'm not sure how many skulls I can actually insta-kill for tier 4, but almost assuredly, we can insta-kill the first couple. Now with Lich, it actually takes away the buff given by the ability here, because it increases attack speed temporarily, which Lich can suck up, but I think it's still worth using, because the amount of extra spikes it will spew out will out-damage the amount Lich heals, at least I think so for tier 4. It's always a percentage of the HP, so I doubt it's useful or it's something I should do for tier 5, but for tier 4, with less, like 5 times less HP, I think it's worth it. Anyway, hoping tier 4 also takes about a minute. It'd be very fitting if it took like 110. We gradually add 5 seconds between each tier, culminating in like a 120 tier 5, but we'll see first, okay? So don't use the controlled ability now because it's still active from before. I'd say we can use it now. So there's 1 kill, you saw. 2, completely gone. Vaporized. Number 3. Heal, but it was pretty fast. It slowed down a lot though. So I'm gonna start using my first strikes from here. Or not, that was also really fast. Okay. I'll use Mad ability here. I expected to slow down now, and it kinda did. So we'll use a rejuve again. And 4 first strikes again. This is pretty fast. I'm liking this. Controlled spike again, or what? Yes. Yes. That was a bit slow. I'll use my last one. Last rejuve. And another fairly slow last like partition, but I think that was under a minute. And it's all thanks to the Spike Factory. Damn, whopping 6 million just from that tier alone. In the meantime, I think I allowed my ace to farm a good amount of pops. Another million of this guy. 60k and 60k on this guy. I don't think there's much to say or do between now and round 118. I reckon I'll need 2 rounds to build up the ace ability, get it up, like, active. It's degree 60 or bust, really. So in an ideal world, I'll have enough for a degree 60 ace and a makeshift boat. Ideally degree 20 as well, but I'm not going to be too picky. It's not 119, but the final stretch begins now, where we, again, 4 rounds before, we have to start using the ability. I would like to stall to get more spikes, but that's obviously impossible with aces, so it is what it is. It'll probably be a very minimal insta-kill pile, but I'll take what I can get. 23 totems is also nasty work, so now, with it being 119, let's place the ace over here. Let's just see what happens if I use all of my cash lighter. This is not ideal, but I think I can still afford the boat bear gun if I do this, so I don't mind. I don't mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, my goal is 60. At this point, we have to gun for 80. 120,000 extra. Please. There we go. I'll take it. Yeah, adding 5 temples absolutely gives me enough sellback. Plus, don't forget, I can make income from 1 more round of all of these beer wraps and all that. With the faster cooldown, don't forget, Curve Bomb also comes up a lot faster, so yeah, it's about a quarter left. That's fine. We'll use the first skull for the Spike Factory. And simply just by selling NFT, I'm already basically at 500k. So I can easily afford the boat plus some more. I can also get a tiny power spike. I think if I put 200k into the boat, I've calculated this is degree 20, if not a little bit above it. Yeah, 21. Beautiful. So that's all 4 paragons. What else do we want to get? I guess I can splurge on Legend of Night, which is all my money. Given I spent all this time to get this point, I might do another rerun, depending on if I mess up my timings. But if I'm, say, off by like 3 seconds of a perfect run, perfect execution, I think I'll still take it. What I mean by that is, I don't know when I want to use Curve Bomb, but I'll play the round. I'll use the heal now, or the attack speed, which might heal. But for the time being, oh, that was fast, that was fast. Okay, put it on Wing Monkey, and pray it's good. Wing Monkey sucks, what are you doing? What are you doing, Ace? I think I'll just have to manually micro the Ace then. This is fine because the other abilities are way less important. So I'll focus those like last, only if I have time. For now, it's all about skull number 2. Make sure the Ace is over. That's good, that's good. That's good. Not really, but better, I think. I don't know if that was actually better, but I'll use a Car Bomb now. Come on. Beautiful. That was almost an skill on that skull. Too bad we don't have it for every skull, though, so I have to take some skulls a little bit slower, like this one, for example. Man, even at degree 80, it feels kind of slow. But that's because each partition is how many million? 2+ million? Yeah. That's a lot. Alright, infinite's good. It's gonna be right on top over here. Right on top. I'll use Carbon for the last one. One more skull after one more. Lined up here. Do I dare use... No, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna reset the target, but I'm not going to use the attack speed ability. I don't think it's worth it. There's that. One more skull go. We'll drop Spike again, though. And end this once and for all. Come on. Come on. 2 million to go. Reverse it again. And this should do it. Nice. What's our final time gonna be? 5:13, 5:15. So, overall, I think a minute... about a minute 20. Kind of like I predicted, or what I said would have been funny if it was 120 earlier. So close to a gradual step up. If you ask me, I think if I were to do this again and optimize, I would probably, I don't know, save for a wizard. Just because degree 80 is still overkill, that in the extra money you spent getting degree 80, you have well over $1 million on other stuff, but it's fine. That also, I believe, puts us very high on the leaderboard. Top 10. I will absolutely take that. Especially since this is my third most favorite game mode out of the three. If you made it to the end, thank you. I would like to use this time to shout out my second channel if you haven't heard about it already. If you're looking for more content longer than you see in the main channel in the form of compilations, then ISAB Extras is where it's at. So check it out.